I think it's safe to say that we all agreed that Suicune EX just was kind of a bad card. Yet, here it is in a deck that did get top 8 in Japan. And look, I know, Japan decks can be a bit funny here and there. However, this is already a proven archetype. They just decided to include Suicune instead of what you would expect, which is the Gouging Fire. Now, why? Why would they include Suicune over a hard-hitting Pokemon like that? If I was to take a guess, it would be for its ability, which is effectively giving it a shred attack, meaning you can indeed hit through very popular cards like Crustle and Cornerstone. Now, yes, the Gouging Fire can deal with Cornerstone, but not the Crustle, baby. And what's funny is the maths also checks out, as it does 240 damage if your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, and in this case, it will be poison, which means at best it's 250, meaning you're hitting exactly what you need to OHKO a Crustle with Luxurious Cape, granted without taking the extra prize card. But it's still a 1-hit KO on a Pokemon that this deck probably couldn't deal with beforehand, and probably had to use Roaring Moon for, which of course is also in this deck. Nonetheless, no Donk, I'm afraid. This is a Donk deck, obviously, but I'll still get some damage on you if I can. Let's Ultra Ball here and just get rid of these bad boys and grab myself a Bonnet. Yeah, I'll get Bonnet. Technically, might have been better to get Latios here, but I'll go for Bonnet. We could get a Petron instead, but no, we just get it like that. Okay, here we go. Let's do this, and I am using all of my bench spots here, which doesn't feel that great. I need to get Suicune down or something, bro. And speak of the devil and they shall show. Let's get ourselves a Sorry, I said Suicune this whole time. It's Walking Wake. Yes, I know it's a different Pokemon. It's the historical ancient Pokemon that walked the lands back with the dinosaurs. And it's like, I am a water guy. But it's Suicune in my heart, okay? That's what matters most. I'm going to retreat here. Actually, I'll poison first because there's no point in me putting the poison damage on Petron, is there? Let's poison, let's retreat, and just put 8 damage counters on the active Mew. And we shall see where it goes from hither. As my opponent uses a secret box. Getting rid of... Okay, so this is just Gardevoir, right? So as soon as I see that Psychic hit the discard pile, I know what I'm playing against. Thankfully, if they play Mimikyu, we have a way around that now. And you do see Mimikyu sometimes in Gardevoir. It's not that prevalent, but it does exist there. Because you could be playing a deck that just has no way to bypass that ability, so you can just auto-win. So I have seen it here and there. Obviously, they're not going to do it. Seeing this now, it's just not going to happen. But I am indeed curious. They do grab themselves a Monkey Dory for the energy, and they're only going to... If you Artisan for 1 Ralts, granted, you're going to get away with it, I think. But that's very questionable plays. They do attach the charm to the Mew. They're going to go for a Lily, and odds are they're going to get another out to Ralts. Let's be real. But first, they go for an Adrenabrain. That's very that's very interesting. Because usually you would... Okay, odd sequencing. Usually you would go for like your like damage and stuff like that last. But either way, they Ultra Ball here, getting a Latias. Still, you're committing to the 1 Ralts? Look, they're lucky, right? I don't have a way to KO it next turn. They're very lucky. Unless... Wait, no, I do, don't I? Oh, no, I do need the jungle. Yeah, I was going to say I could jungle and then, like, Petron boss this, but that's not happening either. You lucky bug. Look at you getting away with it. Fine, I'll go for a Satyr onto the Wake. And... Oh, you're kidding me? I could have used that a second ago, man. But that's fine. We do have an instant KO here on this Latias, so... I'll take it. We can deal with the Ralts later on. I hope this doesn't evolve into a Gardevoir. But we do have Dark types. We have, obviously, Moon in this deck to help deal with Gardi. So let's just go for this Toxic Powder. Wake won't be affected thanks to the booster capsule. And we're going to hit a straight 250 there. Easy, easy KOs. If they don't KO this Wake, I might just boss up Mew and just be hyper aggressive, which is really what I like about this build. The Wake just comes in and swings, bro. Also, unlike Gouging Fire, didn't mention this, you don't have to reset the attack. It can just keep doing Catharsis Roar, hitting 240 every single turn without needing some sort of jet energy or way to reset the effect, right? Assuming, wait, Gouging Fire, it can be reset, right? I know there's a Pokemon with an attack that, even with switching and stuff, still won't let you use the attack. I don't know if Gouging Fire is that card or not. Either way, they've got a Frillish down. They're trying to item lock me. And that's totally valid. Totally valid. I wish I had Perilous Jungle because I would just retreat to Petron and do it with a single prizer. But alas, I don't think that is happening hither. They go for a Monkey Dory. Pinging damage onto the Petchy. And they do indeed item lock. Well, if anything, I have a KO. It's just, I'd rather something a little bit more, you know? But beggars cannot be thy choosers. So do you know what? I think I'll just do this. Do I attach for turn? Honestly, yeah, I'll attach to the Petch. Let's go for it. Catharsis Roar. Let's just knock it out. And Wake is just being a little bit of a menace, isn't it? It's just sitting here going bonk, 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 bonk. Sweeping, as one would say. And we get an enhanced hammer from the prizes there. It's not going to be doing anything in this matchup. That's clearly there for Dragapult or something. As we get Iono down. And we are a little bit Iono prone. We don't have Mew down or anything like that. But it is what it is. There's an Earthen Vessel coming in. I mean, if you don't have Gardi now, you're just kind of struggling, though. You just have to go into Monkey Dory and attack with it. No, there's an Ultra Ball. They're going to get their Gardi finally. Sadly, I don't think they're getting a KO. Are they getting a KO? Oh, with Mega Diancie they can. That's for sure. Oh, so they must have Gardi in hand then, for sure. Yeah, okay. So Mega Diancie should be able to get the KO. Goes to show how important that card is, man. Mega Diancie is just giving Gardevoir a way to hit harder for less investment. It's so cool. Either way, there's a Mew coming in. And we do have Boss. Mind you, I could boss up Gardi and use Poison Chain to prevent retreat, which is a very roundabout way to do things. But if it keeps me active and allows me to further set up a Moon for a later KO, that could be quite good. And with my opponent having a small hand, I doubt they can have a Turo. So that might be the move. Oh, wait, no. They're going to... hold on. Can they get Petron out of the picture too? So they use one Monkey Dory there. Yes, they can. Wait. So long as they get 60 damage in play, which I think they can with their... They can. All right, they're going to be taking free prizes this turn. So my Ghost Trap play isn't happening. What? Wait. You do see the play, right? You do see it. They need... Oh, no. They're just going to move 20 off the Mew. Okay, that's valid. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. They didn't have to put the extra energy in play. No worries. It is a free price turn, but this is what Gardi does. Nothing you can do about it. Now, I'm in a little bit of a Predicky Winky because I don't have the energy. I don't have a Sada. But as if I could get a Moon out now, that would feel quite nice, you know. Or I could get another Wake, Perilous Jungle. I hit through the Diamond Coat, so hitting 260 isn't actually that unlikely with Wake. I think it's just better going for the Moon KO, though. All right, let's just go for Latias. I'm saying this with a free card hand that does nothing. Why am I getting carried away, bro? Rightio, let's go for an Artisan and see if we can dig our way through this. I mean, I might as well get Petra. No, push comes to shove. It's a poison dealer, but then they're just going to do it all back with Monkey Dory. Why does that card have to exist? I can't wait for it to leave when it does. We've got 2 Moons, 1 Wake, 3 Sada Vitality. I mean, come on. We've got Secret Bot. We've got so much options here in the deck. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to Fez and we're just going to get it, right? It's just going to happen. What? Okay, today's the day where Pokemon decides it doesn't want me to win, even as the underdog. I understand. I see you now. So what do I do? What do I do? I've been absolutely screwed here. Why am I getting all the bad cards? Where's the... Oh, there you are. All right, in any case, then I just have to retreat and Petch, right? And then after that, go for Secret... Oh, this is like a terrible turn to whiff, bro. I needed a KO. Right, a KO, I win. But no, it's fine. All right, sure thing. Let's just go for Toxic Powder. The annoying thing is I can't... They're going to retreat Diancie, right? They can't... They're not going to keep Diancie in the active. It's too much of a liability to have in the active. That was the turn, right? Where I had to get a Moon out to just win. And if I had this one card, that was so much more possible. Because I had Energy Switch, I had energy in hand. I would have been able to discard the rest of the hand, keep Energy Switch, keep the energy, go for a Sada, attach Energy Switch, KO game. That is exactly what would have happened if we got this. But no, they're probably going to retreat here. If they don't, I don't know what they're doing because that will be a game-losing situation. They could also Iono me though, so who knows? I wonder if they just pass. That would be quite funny. It would be, but I have a feeling they're going to retreat because, yeah, it's just too much of a liability. You have the upper hand now. There's nothing else for you to do. You can just pass here, and that will give them the KO. This is where we're missing something like a prime catcher or a counter catcher, you know? And I don't think this deck plays any of that. Obviously, no prime. We've got Secret Box, but man would... Perilous... Oh, it was all there. We were literally a few cards away from getting what we needed. Yes, there's a Giovanni in here for some reason. I have my own version of the deck, by the way, which I will show you soon. As always at the end, because I just don't believe Giovanni is worth the stuff. I could attack with Petron at some point, don't get me wrong. I can't Iono them down and take a KO. If I KO here with a Wake, they just KO me, no? They could just hit that damage. It's as simple as that. So, what does one do here? I could definitely play Secret Box. I could get Stretcher to recover. I could go for another Petron again. Bravery Charm it and get a Sada to draw, but that feels kind of bad. I think I definitely need to get a Pokemon that isn't Petron out, like a Wake. And yeah, this is interesting. I'm going to get the Wake out. I think the Wake is just better. It can one-hit KO Diancie without having to KO itself. So allow me to do this. Get that in play, get that in play, and okay, that does give us Baby Petch, but they do just have Boss for game. That's the only issue, and I'm not really in a position to choose, am I? Unless I try something else? I could just retreat to Bonnet and Night Stretcher for an energy to the Wake, so all I would need is an energy to win if they don't get the Gust. Yeah, I think whiffing that turn, whiffing that one turn has lost us this game. I'm struggling to see a win con here. I do need an energy attachment. I don't think Petrant is doing anything for me. It's only giving them damage to work with, if anything. So let's just go into that. Let's charm it. And I honestly think I just go into this. This feels terrible. I could have maybe attached to Petrant, huh? Was that the win con? Maybe it was. I'm not even like, even if they take a prize here, I don't think I'm like KOing Mega Diancie, no? Oh, wait, I am though. I'm hitting 300 damage. So you're saying I should have benched Petrant. Okay. They've got a boss anyway. They got a 10 card hand. Let's be real. They've got it. I'm not trying to be a pessimist and all that, but we are playing against the best deck in format, if not the best deck of all time. So if you're using this to determine how good this deck is, I think you got to hold your horses, mate, because I'm sorry. That is an incredibly high bar to hold any deck to. As they do retreat into the Mega Diancie and Psychic Embrace. That said, I definitely misplayed here. I should have just like put Petrant down, charmed it, put a Dark on it. Because it means if they whiff this and they do just KO the Bonnet, all I need is an energy to win. Whereas here, I need energy plus Bonnet in order to win. And I think I discarded a Bonnet earlier. So, yeah, I kind of played myself, not going to lie. There still is a potential win con if they don't have boss. I could just, like, bench Petrant, attach an energy to it, and then get energy switch, which I still have one copy of. If it's prized, who knows? But no, they've definitely got it, right? Because they have no reason to go with Diancie. You would obviously go with Gardevoir, preemptively set up What? Huh? Why did you not... Have I missed something? Wait, are you telling me that I could have won this game if I didn't misplay like this? Oh, lordy. Okay. So we have win con, but it's in deck. Wait, I didn't see this coming though. Oh, this is why you play to your outs, man. I have fully potentially thrown this game. Do I have a Night Stretcher left? Night Stretcher, booster. I have one Night Stretcher. I have one booster left. There's a game in here somewhere. I just need to find it, and I just made it so much harder for myself. What have I done? Oh, I feel like I'm Anakin Skywalker. Let's just Ultra Ball. I'm having a look in the deck, bro. Do I have a Mew? I think I don't even have Mew. Okay. Oh my god, even Giovanni's Charisma could do it. That would be kind of funny. I have no energy in deck. Uh-oh. No energy in deck at all. Right. So the win con here is Stretcher Energy Switch. That's the win con. If I get them, I get it. I didn't think it would come to this. But yet again, we're relying on Fez to get us something, anything, please. It's neither. Okay, let's Seda. If Seda gets me this, then we can talk. If Seda gets me this, I'm a happy fella. Please, just two of them. Oh, it's so close. I just need an energy and I have game. But there's none left. Yeah. Oh my god, I've fully played myself into a hole. I just needed the Night Stretcher. That's all I needed in life. Oh, we came so close. There is no win con available here. I mean, I can't charm Moon. No, that's 280. They hit 240 plus these two would be, or plus 40, that's 280. There's nothing. There is nothing. Nothing to work with. I lost the Bonnet. Oh, this was so winnable. This was such a winnable. What's crazy? I'm gonna scoop because there's literally no win con unless they misplay. Fine, I'll do it. They could misplay, sure thing. Let's just go for Catharsis Raw, and we'll see if they misplay or not. Who knows? There's an attachment. Yeah, they know what they're doing. All right, I'm gonna give them the game. I'm wasting my time here. That was so winnable. That was incredibly winnable. Now this is my version of the list. I have decided to cut that Giovanni, which I'm sure was there for a very specific reason that I have completely ignored. And also cut Bravery Charm to allow for one more energy switch because it's looking super important in this deck. And added Blood Moon Ursaluna. This is the card I am referring to. Why this deck isn't playing Blood Moon is insane because you do run out of juice with this deck towards the late game. If you're coming in attacking aggressively, going for Sadas, trying to get your wakes going, and discarding a lot of crucial cards like Energy Switch, there are a lot of times in the late game where you just don't have enough to see the game through. Just like with that, I mean, granted, we could have got the win con there with that Gardevoir game we just played, but I'm sure a Blood Moon could have found a way in there at one point there. There's also other things to consider. You maybe want to cut back down to 3 energy switch and get a counter catcher in there. There are a couple times where I'm really wanting to gust something for a KO and use Seda to be able to charge something up. I've seen that condition come into play a lot with this deck, so you could do that too. I'm just going to leave it out for now, but here we are nonetheless. I think we're playing against a Gardevoir 2. Relatively slow setup here, though, as they do start a... Oh, is it going to be a Donk? Oh, give me a Donk. I think it is. I think this guarantees Donk. This is my punishment to you Gardi players, huh? Although you can't beat them, join them. Well, this is what happens when you try and join the sheep. You shall learn from your sins. I shall get a nest ball. I shall get a booster. I will get a perilous jungle and a Carmine. Nest ball for Latios. Throw the booster down, retreat into the Pechi and throw the Periwelly down and go for a toxic powder, deleting you. Thank you very much. Let's go into another game. That's our revenge for the Gardi game. We are going first again. We could get another Donk again. Should we go for it? I think we go for it. If we can get another Donk, that'll be fine with me. Perilous Jungle, go for the Ultra Ball, get rid of these two. And I think I just get a Squawkabilly. You can see well, there's two Squawk in this deck, by the way. It is for this particular purpose. It's so good in a best of one situation, isn't it? And I think we've just got it again. Bro, what the hell, man? I'm trying to play Walk and Wake here, but I'm just becoming a Donk deck all of a sudden. And what's crazy, if I just did beat that Gardevoir earlier, which I could have done if I prepared properly, we would have been undefeated by now against, well, the best deck in format and some other decks that decided to start one Pokemon. Let's see if we go free for free here on the Donks. If we go free for free, then yeah. I don't know what to do. It's another singular starting Pokemon. Is it? It's a Dragapult. If I could go 3 Donks in a row, that would be stupid. Let's try it out, man. Let's try it out. All right, we're going to go for a Squawk. Instantly go for this. I mean, the hand is not looking good here, so whether we get it or not is a different story. Oh, this is still very close. Come on, let's go for it. Give me a booster capsule. No, we didn't get it yet. We didn't get it yet. Let's be ultra greedy. I don't care, bro. It's either I'm getting it or I'm not, okay? It's as simple as that. I'm gonna get a Walk and Wake. Will Mew give us the dream of 3 Donks in a row? No, it does not. Let's end our turn, and we have a very bad hand following up. Whiffing the Donk is not something you see this deck do. It is designed for it. But sadly, it was unfortunate that. Nonetheless, we do have energy in the discard pile. We do have a Wake with energy on it. If I could get myself a Satyr, I can just start attacking with Wake. Granted, not for insane damage output, but that's not needed right now. They do have Badoo, though. Oh, yeah, forgot about Badoo. We are playing Polt, so there is something to consider. What's our Perilous Jungle count? We have 1 in the discard pile, so we have 2, meaning we should have enough if we haven't prized any to deal with Jamming Tower. Granted, it's not going to stop Brute Bonnet's ability, but it would be nice to have the HP buffs that our Squawk and Mews are going to need. Although, I did cut a Bravery Charm. A lot to think about. A lot to think about now we whiff the Donk KO. As we do Ultra Ball here, or they Ultra Ball, should I say. Get rid of a Dracloak and a Poffin. Getting themselves a Latias. There you go. I always call this Latios sometimes. Nest Ball for Latios. Latios, tomato, as they say. I'm sure you Ruby and Sapphire Mega Latias fans are going to be fuming at me for saying that, but you know what? I don't care. Deal with it. Huh? That's it. Hold that L. As they itchy pollen me, and I am praying for something. Nice Stretcher, which I cannot use. Okie dokie. Well, this is a little predicament, isn't it? I'm going to bench another Bonnet. I'm going to get greedy, because I'm definitely getting a Satyr off the top deck. Nope. All right, well, if we're in this predicament, here, take it. Can't retreat it. I know, this is misplaying. Yes. But given my hand, and given the circumstances, I think they're going to have a Dragapult before I even do anything. So I'd rather them be taken out a Bonnet, if that's the case. They go for a Hilda, getting Dracloak and Neo Upper Energy. And isn't this riveting? Isn't this why the format is so fun, isn't it? Sitting under item lock, being able to do literally nothing whilst your Dragapult draws a million cards. This is why I play the Pokemon TCG. Either way, they go for a Recon Directive, attaching the Neo Upper Energy to Dracloak, playing Neo Upper Energy, which get them the other Dracloak, which they do just evolve into, and they're probably going to go for a second Recon Directive here. And there you have it, with an itchy following through. Anything off the top? Nope, exactly as I anticipated. We're just going to be sitting here and doing nothing. Oh, I'm having so much fun! Going from Donks to this is just stupid. If we got the Donk, I wouldn't have had to suffer through this, by the way, but hey-ho. Let's watch our opponent play Pokemon while I don't. This feels like Seismitoad. This is awful. As they go for their Recon Directives to draw off of a Lily to 8. Oh, man. Oh, no, they don't. They just evolve straight into Polt. I thought they were going to do the old Shabangalang Triple Recon Directive, but they didn't. Okie dokie. Unless they didn't evolve and I missed it because I was too busy complaining about life. Oh, yeah, I think that's what it was. As they Recon Directive again, retreating into the Polts. Now, they won't have Counter Catcher because I haven't taken any knockouts, so my Wake is safe. for now until they, throw some old damage counters on it. But I can play Pokemon, and that's the important thing today. I get to play with my cards. Isn't that such a riveting experience? Alrighty, they do go for it. They do go for my Petch. Makes sense. It's an easy single price to take out for a multi-price turn further on. Down the line, it's great, isn't it? Not only can the item lock me to draw a million cards, they can also set up damage and Dragapult is ridiculous. And I think it's going to be better post-rotation, which is scary because like Gardevoir's gone. Charizard is gone. Like a lot of decks that could deal with Dragapult is just, it's vanished. But Dragapult keeps everything because it's his... I'm so looking forward to the next format. Can't you see? Let's go for this. Let's ball. And I've got to stop complaining, haven't I? I know I'm being a moaning Myrtle. I understand. But you've got to see. You've got to see the reality, my friend. When the world does this to you, you must fight back, or at least complain moderately until it starts to irritate them to a point where they maybe will make a change. Probably won't, though, because they don't give a damn. Flip the script. Let's go. We do get our booster capsule. At least I can go for a decent attack. Make sure I don't damage my walking wake. That can be devastating in this matchup. So let's go for a Swingerino. It is a 270. The damage outputs, that poison, if it sticks, could be cheeky. Granted, they're probably going to play a Jamming Tower because Dragapult has everything in its hand to ensure they don't get a self-KO on accident the turn after. Oh, it doesn't matter though, does it really? Not necessarily. They bench a Hawlucha to make it even easier for them later on down the line, especially on that Pheasantipity, which is probably what they're going to be pinging. They could also ping the Petrant to make that Phantom Dive that much more effective, and that's exactly what they do. And it's at these times where you wish you have a Mochi, right? Wouldn't the Mochi be kind of good? Mochi throwing it up to 280, poison to the 310. Well, yeah, no, the Mochi wouldn't have got us there, actually. I think you want a Mochi if you have the Gouging Fire, right? That's probably where you go for Mochi, because that just gets you instant KOs. But I wonder, what are they going to be doing here? Are they just going to be bossing up the Fez and taking 3 prize cards? We don't play any hand disruption, so it just makes the most sense, doesn't it, really? You definitely take out Petrant, right? Because I can obviously go into Petrant to force the KO. Oh, no, they just Turo, of course. This is a write-off. This is just a write-off, bro. What? Oh. Right. They picked up the Hawlucha. I mean, it makes sense. You can just KO Petrant, but I thought they would have picked up Pult and attached here and then, do your whole, like, I have healed all the damage. I definitely win the game now play. Why did they pick, like, Monkey Dory? I mean, why am I so confused? No, Monkey Dory, I guess, makes sense. If you have the energy to do it, you just move damage off. Yeah. I don't know, though. I don't know how I feel it. Maybe they didn't have the energy to attack next turn. Not next turn, sorry. That turn, because they probably only had Luminous. So maybe they didn't have the Fire or the Psychic in hand in order to allow them to do the Turo play. Because I'm sure the better route is definitely picking up this Dragapult. Yeah, you lose Neo upper energy, but you have such an insane outcome that it's worth it. Well, no. I did forget they can't just walk in wake with the damage. An Oko walk in wake. Okay, no, I see it. That's probably a better outcome, isn't it? So obviously I just have to like get another Petrant out and pass, but then I don't want to do that for obvious reasons, right? It's just another easy Pokemon to take out. But then again, like, they just have boss game. And to save some time, yes, they did get boss and indeed win the game. This person was BMing quite a little bit, so I thought I'd just get to the chase. Well, that is going to be it. And if you did enjoy, please do leave a like and subscribe. I was going to say like and enjoy. That made literally 0 sense. Check out one of these videos here if you want to. And of course, thanks to the members for supporting me as I make this content. We'll leave it there. Take care and bye-bye.